Hello everyone, iExalt here and I'm back with a new random gold solo on Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. And well, for the first time ever on this channel, I'm going to narrate the whole thing. Hopefully it's going to be fine. I'm using the Human Ccommando. She's level 7. I think it's enough, really. And I'll be speccing my points as followed. Everything in singularity. This power is just, it's a great power because you can do amazing things with it. Crowd control, especially crowd control. Regardless of the faction I get, it's going to be fine. And then some points into warp. Duration is not the big choice. Is not the best choice, but that's the only one that's working. So if I could take it, I would have, but expose would be so great, And finally, combat fitness. I need some fitness. You saw me do it a moment ago. If I could bring that up to rank 6, I would have. But let's have some sort of balanced build, really, except for singularity, obviously. I have 2 points to spec, either power augment, more power damage, or more recharge speed for the supercharge. So I prefer to spec 2 points in Apex training, for the simple reason that I really need power, biotic power damage. I really need to be able to use my power effectively, in other words. This is the build that I use. I use the Hurricane because, well, I like it so much and I've been waiting like 8 months before I finally got the Siphon variant of the Hurricane, so I'm using it. And I'm using the Crusader Siphon as well. Usually I could use the Expert package because of the pistol damage and the power recharge speed. I think that's one of the best equipment you can have. Well, exceptionally I'll be using Crusader Siphon because I like it even more. But if I had to use a pistol, I would be using either the Ursula or the one you get in Mass Effect 3 as well. The let me find it for you. The Talon. So the Talon is here. Siphon or even concussive. That can be really useful as well. But I prefer the Crusader. These are the consumables I'll be using: disruptor ammo and biotic power amp. And well, I think that's good. Now it's time to discover what the enemy is going to be. So as far as Firebase Sandstorm is concerned, this is one of the maps that is, I think, very friendly for solos or even duos. It has so much verticality and cover at the same time. Maps like Nimbus, for instance, there's a lot of verticality, but the problem is that it's open space.
You know the drill. Hold this position.
So unfortunately, you have to, run around the map all the time. So what is the enemy? I can't hear anything. Okay, the Outlaws. Isn't that good news? So I can see a pariah, which means that if I kill it and she drew her shield, but it's okay. If I kill her, then another enemy type is going to respawn, logically speaking. But the rotation of Outlaws is not really clear sometimes. I don't really know how it works. Oh my god, what am I doing? So this is the little room that I use. It's not the first time you see me use it. There you go, the Addies. Where were you? Because it's, in my opinion, the best room. Really, it's a fantastic room for, killing the enemies. The only really threats right now will be the sharpshooter, and on my right there's also the anarchist who can send infernal grenade, and that can be really dangerous. For instance, I'm dying right now. What am I, stupid or what? Yeah, well, I'm a little bit stupid. I'm talking at the same time. It's not something that I'm used to doing, especially because English is not my native language, so I don't really have to think about what I'm going to say because, I use English in my everyday profession, but, it's not as natural as it would be in French. Anyway, why am I saying this? So, yeah, my ammunition is running low, but it's okay, it's the end of the wave. If you look at the red dots at the top of the screen, there are a few enemies left on the field, but not that many, so it's almost over. You die, and you are going to die as well. Or am I going to die? Well, combat fitness should have spec'd everything I had. Don't know. Keep you posted. There you go. So only one enemy left. Sharpshooter. The sharpshooter would, stay on the roof, and they are one of the reasons why I don't really like this area over there. Many people like to go over there when on team play. I don't think that's a good idea, especially against remnants. So on Platinum, this is definitely not a good idea. And it's open. It's too open. Yeah. So sorry. The second wave consists of a berserker. I mean, the berserker is the most dangerous enemy I'm going to face right now. I don't know what it's doing. Oh, there you are. So stun, turbocharge, weak points, and die. Another is going to respawn, but I mean, okay, it's okay. They're okay. It's not the most difficult faction I could get, really. And a level 7 Commando can kill everything. Can she? Can't she? She's so great. One of the most impressive Platinum solo I've watched so far was with the Human Ccommando, and it was a level 14 Commando. Pota, the only person I know who's managed a wave 6 hack on Platinum, soloing Platinum with the Turin Havoc Soldier. So how great this girl is. And yeah, she managed wave 6 on her own against the cat on Platinum. I think this video is so fantastic. I mean, this is brilliant, really. So yeah, I'm not going to complain. It was not with the Human Ccommando though, but anyway, it's a very nice video and very impressive. All the soloers on YouTube are really impressive, to be honest. So I'm not going to, I don't want to, say this person is better than this person. I mean, soloing is an art that a few people can master. Really, as far as I'm concerned, I don't really have time for this. I do it because I don't like playing with other players who can just ruin my run because, they die all the time, It's not that I'm being, elitist, but sometimes you just want to, play along, do things on your own, test your own mettle, so to speak. So again, this is the end of the wave. I'm taking my time, sorry, but I'm talking at the same time, so it's not that it's difficult, but So those two sharpshooters, they are, together. Now they are separating, finally. These guys can just kill you in very rapidly if you don't mind them. Or this bloody inferno grenade that forced me using a shield op spec. Oh dear.
Good. Stay sharp.
Okay, normally I go to pick my ammunition before the wave is over, but I'm just going to urge things a little. Boss wave, isn't that interesting? Blaze Hydra coming in. So first, our friends. No, you're not my friend. I hate you really. So what I'm trying to do right now is to kite the enemy where I am right now. I want to bring them. I want them to come to where I am right now, especially the berserker, so that I can try to have this bloody saboteur, without dying like a piece of shit. I don't know. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Using the singularity against the Addy. And yeah, you can clearly see the difference when you don't spec combat fitness. So the berserker is coming. Sorry, just have to interrupt my sentences all the time. The elite berserker. So show me what you get, what you got. Really. Oh, I'm falling out of the map. And there's the Hydra, bloody Hydra. Okay, I have less than 2 minutes to kill the Blaze Hydra. So first thing, blind. I don't want you to see me, really, or otherwise you can kill me. So if it's really too difficult for me, I'm going to use another Cobra RPG missiles. But well, I'm going to try to take at least as much as I can. And if I die, I don't really care. I mean, bad things happen all the time. This is how life is made. So you die. It's fine. I did it. Not that difficult, even with level 7. But, I'm going to die. No, I'm not. Fine. Thank you, Hellgate. Okay, so now I can just finish this wave, and I have almost all my consumables left. Stun the Berserker, then use Warp. The Berserker is going to charge you, jump, and there you go. I believe on wave 4, there are 2 Berserkers on the field. Only one Hydra. The only wave with 2 Hydras, I believe, is wave 7, sorry, not wave 6, the extraction wave, if I remember correctly. Because with the Cat faction, this is the exact same pattern with the Ascendants, 2 Ascendants on wave 7, but wave 6 is a little bit different because of the objective. So yeah, that's another difference from, Mass Effect 3. But this kit is really fantastic, isn't she? I mean, she has everything, debuff, area damage, even damage per second in the end, because I'm using a very good weapon, and disruptor rounds. Disruptor rounds are my favorite rounds. If you haven't understood this by now, they are the best rounds you can have. I mean, anyone telling you otherwise is not wrong, but they are the more efficient because they can stun any enemies. Oh, what happened? Oh, a grenade, of course. That reminds me a little bit of Mass Effect 3 when you play on Insanity. I mean the campaign. One grenade from a trooper or I believe Centurions as well can just kill you even if you have full health and full shields. So yeah, I died. Okay. Perhaps was I too confident in myself? So you see how I played with verticality with the Hydra? It was chasing me, and the only solution I had, I need ammunition right now, is to play with verticality, because the Hydra can jump, yes it can, but not everywhere. I mean, the mobility of the Hydra is very limited, so you have to play with this. Power pariahs, I hate these guys. And of course, yeah, okay. I'm going to die. No, I'm not. Okay. Now that there are two berserkers, I have no solution left but to run around the map. You know, they can really become dangerous, except especially with artists. And the area where I'm right now is another killing zone. It's a very famous killing zone. Most of the solos you're gonna watch on this map, the players go over there for a very good reason. Headshot, stun, and detonates. Okay, you, my little guy, are not going to snipe me anymore. So I used a ammunition pack for a express reload, something I already told you about. I don't really like this area. I can't stay here, especially with the Hydra coming in and all the raiders waiting for me. Stun, go away. Cutting across the our little friends. Best escape solution I found right now, Audi. Okay, end of the wave. Already? Oh dear. Well, and eventually it's, well, stun, die, saboteur down. Anyway, I wanted to say about the Hydra. It's a very predictable enemy, more than any other boss enemy, if you want my opinion. You can just, you know, picture the route it's gonna take to get to you. More than Blazer Hydra. Blazer Hydra are a little bit different, though it's the exact same enemy cover. Exactly what I need. Is this a pariah or no? Oh yes, it is. These pariahs are the most offensive enemies. That's why, you know, I'm not very confident when I see them. Anything can happen, really. They can just flank you and you don't see the RD, and then the two berserkers are coming, but there are no berserker left on the map right now. You see how stunning the enemy is useful. I'm not going to use another ammunition consumable. I'm just going to cut across the ranks again. Only a handful of enemies left, it's not much. The Outlaw faction cannot take a level 7 Commando. Well, the Anarchists almost had me there. Anarchists. They are really underestimated enemies, Anarchists, with their infernal grenades. They could have been very useful on Platinum, but instead they chose Saboteurs. Why did you do that, BioWare? I mean, we knew you lacked Phantoms, you know, vicious enemies like Phantoms. But Saboteurs, come on. At least they cannot seem kill you like Phantoms can, but still. The Outlaw faction is so diversified, it's a shame that on Platinum it's not. I really think, I'm really convinced of this, you know, having Berserkers and Hydras every single wave except wave 1 for the Hydra. I mean, it's not interesting. At least Cerberus on Mass Effect 3 was more interesting when Platinum came out. Okay, so this wave, I don't remember exactly what's the difference between this wave and the other one. Probably more Outlaws on the field. When I say Outlaw, I mean, you know, the rotation of agents, pariahs, saboteurs, all the funny business, all the formerly armored enemies, because the pariah used to be armored when the game came out. and then they added shields because the prior. Okay, the Hydra is going to have me, I think. Yeah, of course it is. That's life, you know. Oh, what was that jump? Come on. I like the way Ad is just, you know. Oh, are there two Hydras? Was I wrong? Yeah, I can be wrong, you know. I'm not just a human being with a very busy life. Come on, Berserker. Oh, I completely forgot I had my favorite shotgun. What do you think you are doing, my dear Ardy? What is annoying with sharpshooters is that you tend to focus on them because you want to kill them. But since they move, well, this one was not moving, was he? But usually they try to, you know, they don't want to confront you directly. So if you get near them, they tend to flee away from you, and you're just chasing after them. And you know, all the enemies are, you know, they know where you are and they are shooting you, and you are just, you know, wasting time over a mook. Okay, so I stunned the saboteur so that she cannot kill me in my back like they usually do when you don't expect them. Okay, you die. And Hydra, I want you blind. Do you understand this? Oh, you know. Yes, you are. Okay, the pariah has flanked me, so I have to leave and stay alive. Hopefully, I said. Yeah. Okay, wave 5. It's getting a bit long, so if I could speed things up, that would be so great. Otherwise, this video is going to take a very long time to upload. Oh, shoot. Didn't expect this. Well, it's because I'm focusing on the fact that the run is already 20 minutes long, almost. And, you know, I'm just telling myself, dude, your last video was 20 minutes long and, you know, it took you like 7 hours to upload. So how long is this one gonna take? I wonder how they did, you know, when there was Mass Effect 3 and people selling platinum in 1 hour and a half. In this example, the short pistol would be so useful. I can actually, you know, try to shoot my Crusader because it can shoot across very long distances. But the accuracy is not as good as it was in Mass Effect 3, in fact, in my opinion. So, yeah, probably next time be using a weapon I can actually use with a scope. Are we done now? No, we're not. There's one last enemy, a sharpshooter, obviously. These are usually the enemies you have to deal with at the end because they hide all the time, they take cover. You have to look after them everywhere, especially over there. Oh. Devices. I so wished I had something like hack just to show people that I can do it. Oh, and the devices spawn near me. Okay, people are going to think that I'm lucky. Like my computer not working anymore while I was on wave 5 solo against the Remnants on one of the worst map ever. And I managed to survive, and in the end what happened was that I don't know what my computer did. Okay, the AD is going to make my life really hard, and I hope that, okay, Berserker are here. So the only solution is this, and this.
Enemy tech shut down.
I hate these guys, you know, I hate being staggered while I'm doing my devices. If you know me, you know that I prefer hack over these devices, especially because they reduced the amount of time we have to do them. And you have most enemies, not in the Outlaw faction though, but most enemies can, you know, stagger you. And that causes you to, well, leave the device. You're gonna say it's the same thing as it was in Mass Effect 3, with, I don't know, brutes charging you or anything else. Husks, for instance. Yes, it is, but I don't know. It's because it's Andromeda, so I'm less forgiving as I was. Okay.
Flatline.
Only one revive pack left. It's going to be fine. Extraction is going to be fine. I'm not playing for experience. I'm not playing for the score. I'm not playing for the money because really I've unlocked all the weapons I wanted. I just have 2 weapons left, like the N7 Eagle Bulwark, and another one I don't really care about. And yeah, it took me the hell of a long time to do all that, really. I like it when I, you know, see people saying, yeah, I need Pro Siphon, how do these people do? These people with high Apex scores, why are they playing like noobs sometimes? Yes, it's true. I do that a lot because I test new builds all the time. That's the only way you can go through the grinding process of this game. It's to try new things, you know. If you don't, it's really boring, you know, playing with the Juggernaut all the time, or I don't know which other character. It's good to try things, you know, even if it doesn't work. Yeah, I used Shield's consumable for no particular reason, because I could, I guess. It's not something you should be doing, because I don't really want to die, and I want to have at least 1 revive pack left. Okay. Oh yeah, and I have this Crusader Siphon I completely forgot about. So the problem I have with Pro Siphon is that it's the new black, really. Everyone is using it. It's not the best weapon, guys. Mass Effect 3 players, come on, it's not the best weapon in the game. It's not. It's absolutely not the best weapon. You cannot kill enemy in one shot. It's impossible with the Pro. And usually what you want to do is to try to kill the enemy as fast as possible. Pro is really useful when you want to prime the enemy, and yes, it's very accurate. Yes, it's a beautiful gun, and it has no recharge time, you know. Well, it has to reach 0, then you have some seconds to wait, and it's, you know, better than it was in Mass Effect 3. It was really boring the way it was. But still, so many people playing with the Pro Siphon. Why? I mean, why? If you are soloing, it's okay, because it's a good weapon for this. But if you are playing as a team, what are you trying to achieve with the Pro? A good score? No one cares about the score. I mean, this just disappears as, you know, the game ends, and no one really cares about it, except perhaps if you like screenshots, then probably, yeah, you can, you know, just say, I was the first. Well, one time I was the first with a level 1 character on Platinum, you know. I never screenshot this. I don't care. It's just, you know, the very experience of doing it. It's very interesting, you know, and it's, oh shit! Hydra, you're so cheap. If I'm not mistaken, the Berserkers will keep respawning, but the 2 Hydra will not. This is the big difference with Silver. On silver, there are 2 berserkers and 1 hydra, and the berserkers and the hydra are respawning all the time, almost. I'm not sure about the hydra. I think it's 2 or 3, perhaps 4. I don't really know. I never tried to check. No, I should have though. But I know that on gold, if you kill the hydra, the hydras are not going to respawn. But the berserkers, I think, will. Okay, hydra, goodbye. Shit, man. I knew. Man, no. Hydra, I hate you so much. You're so cheap, It's like, reminds me of the Banshees with their warp balls. They could go through walls, shit like this. No, go to cover. There you are. Okay, so this was a random gold solo with a level 7 Human Commando, spec so as to have singularity as its her best power. I hope you enjoyed this. This is probably one of the best character you may play with on Mass Effect Andromeda when you have high difficulties. Anyway, so yeah, I think that I won't be able to post any videos in the next 2 weeks, probably in the next month, because I'm on vacation. I'm going abroad, and I won't be back before like a month. But I try to post a few short videos, like tips and tricks. How many hydras can you kill on this way, for instance, so that players can have a better overview of how Platinum works in Mass Effect Andromeda. Thank you for watching this, and see you soon. Hopefully, have a great day. Exalt out. Bye.